I was curious. So, all right. On today's show, we go live to the Carnival Vista with travel agent Kelly Brewer, who is ready to show you Carnival's flagship and answer any questions you may have. And of course, we have our Show Us Your Face segment with another cruiser having a great time. Also, I'm going to explain where Matt is and who I am, because this is Cruise Week TV Live. Good evening, cruisers. I'm Joe, and you're watching Cruise Week TV Live, a weekly interactive show where we all learn the secrets, the money saving tips, and the hidden gems of cruising with expert guests that you can actually ask questions to. And this is my first time doing the show, and I'm going to be tag teaming with Matt every other week. I've been on 3 cruise lines so far and 7 cruises, but I am still far from an expert cruiser. So I'm going to be learning all the tips and tricks right alongside of all of you as we talk to our experts each week to learn the ins and outs of cruising. So today's guest is someone we've had on the show before, but this time she's live on the Carnival Vista and willing to show us around the ship and answer your questions. But before we go to Kelly, let me tell you about something we all need, but too many of us never have until it's too late. You work hard to take your vacation, and as you know, once you pay for your cruise, your airfare, your hotels, all that money is non refundable. So, if something should happen to stop you from going, it could put you in a tough spot. And no one ever wants to think of that their vacation might not be perfect, but let's face it, accidents do happen. If you end up getting injured on the ship or in another country, a visit to the doctors can be very expensive. And if it's serious, you could be taken to the local hospital, and the ship won't wait for you. That's why we always suggest getting travel insurance. You could be in another country facing medical bills. I'm talking about things like if you break a leg or a wrist while walking on the deck or downstairs or parasailing, or even if you just get sick. That's why it's a good idea to get travel insurance. It's affordable and it covers everything from lost luggage to medical bills, hospital stays, and transportation home. InsureMyTrip.com is one of the leading cruise insurance companies and will compare quotes from several agents to get you the most coverage for the lowest cost, too. With most plans starting at under $100, why wouldn't you cover yourself and your loved ones? Don't get caught stuck trying to pay medical bills in another country. Use InsureMyTrip.com and make your vacation worry-free. It also helps support our show. So, without further ado, let's welcome to the show Kelly Brewer. Kelly, thank you for joining us live, and I hope the weather there is much better than it has been in Central Florida today.
Hey, Joe, I think we got a little bit of a lag right now. I'm standing here outside the Havana Bar area, and I want to introduce you to Brian McKeel from Cruise Life Cargo is sailing with us on this one. And here is the Havana Bar area.
Wow, that's colorful. Beautiful.
It is. It is a gorgeous area. This area is actually open to the public 24/7. And then during the daytime, only the Havana cabins, if you're booked in the Havana cabin from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Oh, and here's 2 people who are sailing with us. There's Tracy and Ron.
Hi, Tracy and Ron.
But the Havana area is there's Monica, is closed to the public from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you're only allowed back in the Havana back part area where there's 2 whirlpool tubs and then a swimming pool. And then after 7 p.m., it is actually open up to the public. But a lot of people don't know that because it's actually pretty quiet back here tonight. But I'm going to walk out here and show you the Havana area. Now, this is the secluded part if you're only booked in a Havana cabin. There's 2 gorgeous whirlpools. There's an infinity swimming pool.
Oh. Kelly, you're starting to break up a little bit.
Okay, There's the Havana Bar.
There you are. You're back now.
Okay, sorry about that. The
That's
Wi-Fi, I
okay.
think, skips out. And I'm going to walk back here and show you where the private balconies are at.
It has private bathrooms for the Havana guests.
There's Yes, there are some private bathrooms back here too.
Wow.
But here's the balcony area. I'm going to walk a little quicker. Hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't cut out.
Kelly, we have a couple questions coming in. If you don't mind answering some.
Okay, I'll try to. And here's the balcony area. We won't stay over here because it's pretty windy. But here's all the little lanais.
So those are the lanais. Now, those are for staterooms, yes?
Yes, they are the staterooms, what they
Gotcha.
consider the balcony staterooms. Yep.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I'll try to answer some questions.
Well, if you can, just answer to the best of your ability. So now tell us what this question comes in from Tammy. What is your favorite spot on the Vista so far?
So far, it is actually the Havana area. We sailed on this ship 2 weeks ago, just on the 6th night, and we were in a normal balcony up on deck 9. So we only came back to this area just twice in the evenings because it's only open to public in the evenings. But yeah, it's really nice having this area during the day. Today it was really quiet. There wasn't hardly anybody back here at all. The sky ride is pretty cool. We rode the sky ride the last time. It took us about an hour and a half in line, and I was trying to race my husband, and I went through there really too fast. So this time I'm going to go slow and actually enjoy the view this time. But the sky ride is really cool.
Nice. So now, as I understand it, this is Carnival's flagship.
This is their newest ship. Yep, they're building the Harmony is being built right now, and she's actually released next May. And we actually have 2 really nice groups on there right now for the Transatlantic. It's $300, or the Horizon. Sorry, not the Harmony. We're talking about the Harmony being Royal's largest ship, which actually the Oasis, the Allure, and the Harmony are all 3 the same size. But sorry, the Horizon is being built right now, and it's going to be done in May. And then we actually have a group booking on that for the Transatlantic and the inaugural one, which comes with $300 onboard credit if anybody's interested in booking with Brewer Travel.
What's now for our viewers, Kelly? Could you explain to them, just in case they might not know, what a transatlantic cruise means?
Oh, the ship is being built in Italy, and so it'll leave Barcelona and it'll make its way over to the U.S. And so it's a 14-night, and it's actually a transatlantic because it crosses the ocean, or the Atlanta on the way over here. And it's going to go to New York City, sailings out of New York City, and
Kelly?
its way down to its home port. And the home port of the Horizon. Yes?
Oh, you were breaking up just a little bit.
Oh, sorry,
there.
We're getting some music in the background.
Yeah, can you go back?
And then also, yep, we're going to go back to the Havana area. I think that's where the best signal is.
Probably, yeah.
But the Horizon's home port is Miami, and so she'll be home ported in Miami. And then at that point, actually, the Carnival Vista is going to be moving to Galveston, Texas. So Galveston, Texas will have the Vista starting September 2018.
Kelly, we have a question coming in from Ian. Where is the best place to get a drink on the ship, and what should he order if he does order one?
I actually like the mango strawberry daiquiri. It's half mango, half strawberry, and they'll actually do it split, so it kind of looks really cool too. But the ship of the day, or the drink of the day, is actually the most reasonable one, and it changes every day. And I think they're only $7.95 compared to normal. I think $9.50 are the normal prices on the drinks.
Yeah, I do remember that from the Carnival cruises I went on, that they had the drink of the day special like that. I always enjoyed that. Kevin wants to know, how is Matt as the cruise director?
Oh, he's great. He's actually, I think he's only on here maybe 2 more weeks and then he leaves. And I can't remember what ship he's going to now, but everybody loves Matt. He's one of the very most popular cruise directors that there are. 2 weeks ago when we were on here, he was on here luckily too then, and we got him again this time. But yeah, he's one of the best ones. They have a hard time making sure that they share him around on different ships, so that way everybody can kind of get a taste of him, I guess you could say. All the girls love him. They think he's absolutely gorgeous. And he actually does have pretty eyes.
Well, I suppose that's a reason for a lot of people to want to go on that ship, right?
Yeah, all the girls were like, the captain, like, we missed Jamaica last time, and so the captain was on, and they're all getting mad at the captain for telling us they're missing Jamaica, and then all of a sudden Matt came on, and all the girls were like, somehow it was just better missing Jamaica. It wasn't as bad after Matt told us. So, yeah.
So, Kelly, what is Tammy wants to know what is one activity on the Vista that you should not miss out on if you were to recommend one?
Actually, I'm a huge moviegoer, and so normally I watch movies out at the Seaside Theater area, but this ship is actually, it has the first IMAX theater at sea. And so it actually has blockbuster ones. 2 weeks ago, they had Star Wars playing, and then the one where it says, it's the Harry Potter one where you can find the creatures. And then this week it is, what's the movies this week? I don't know, but there's 2 good movies on this week. I say good, and I can't remember them. I just read them a couple minutes ago. But the IMAX theater is really cool. And then they have some documentary ones where on like the national forests and, deep blue waters of the corals and stuff like that. And they're $5.50 for the documentaries, and they are about 40 minutes long. And then the Hollywood blockbuster movies, they're the full-length movies, and they are $12.95, I believe.
Okay, so movies actually cost extra on that ship. I've been on some before. Well, not Carnival, but I've been on some lines that the movies didn't cost any extra. It was just part of the ship.
Yeah, IMAX actually owns the theaters, so they just kind of basically rent the space from Carnival. So it is a regular IMAX theater.
So IMAX owns the theater on the ship.
Yes, I think they just rent the space basically. Same thing with the spa. Carnival doesn't really own the spa. Oh, it's Return of Xander, and what's the other movie? We're looking it up. We'll tell you what the other movie here is in a minute.
Well, in the meantime, Molly is actually going to be going on the Vista in the near future. She wants to know if there is a full pool on the Serenity deck.
There are just 2 whirlpools up there on the Serenity deck, but I will say one cool addition to the Serenity deck on this ship. There's a really nice salad bar up there, and there's tables where you can actually eat up there as well. And then there's Mark and Sandy. Wave, guys. But the Serenity area on this ship, I think, is a little bit smaller. I think on the Dream class ships, the Serenity area is a lot larger. But and you still have to be 21 years or older to go up in the Serenity area, which is nice. So if you want to get away from the kids, especially if it's spring break week, then that's a really good area to go to.
Well, Kelly, between you and I guess everyone else who's watching the show tonight, that would probably be the area that I'd be hanging out in. Oh.
And I should say also to have a Havana cabin, you have to be 12 years or older too. So it's kind of nice that, you have to be 12 years. So it's kind of a non-kid environment back here as well.
Yeah, it kind of keeps the rowdiness a little bit down for the adults. Yeah, I can understand that. All right. So how has you have the anytime dining, is that correct?
No, we always do the scheduled early time dining. I'm not a fan of the your time dining myself.
Okay. What kind of cabin is it that you have on the ship?
We actually have a Havana balcony. Let's go through there real quick. The signal should be okay to go there. Actually, let's go this way. And I'll keep talking. You can ask questions while I'm walking to my cabin, and I'll walk through our cabin. I told my husband that we could do this, so he's prepared. Can you hear me okay still?
Yes, I can still hear you just fine.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, absolutely. We have is this a 6 or an 8 day that you're on right now?
We are on an 8 night, and we are going to Dominican Republic, Curacao, Aruba, and Grand Turk. So here's the hallway. Oh, and there's Deanna. Wave, Deanna. We're live. She's my next door neighbor. She's from Northwest Arkansas with us in our group. Deanna, and our cabin is over here. And our business developer leader at Carnival, actually, it's our 25th wedding anniversary on this sailing. So my BDM at Carnival actually decorated our cabin really nicely. There's Johnny. So here's what a Havana balcony looks like. The bathroom size is the same. You don't really get too many additional amenities, except for there are some nicer shampoo and conditioner to use. Closet space is about the same. There's 3 drawers. And then on this one, there's just kind of like a double stack on rods, so you can hang up shirts and pants, and then you do actually have a long one for your robes and dresses, so that's kind of nice. And then just some shelves over here by the mirror, and the bed, of course. Wave, Johnny. This is my husband, everybody. TV. And then when you come through here, it's actually, it's really nice during the day. This closes, and there's a lock on the inside, and then out here on the outside, if you leave your balcony or cabin to go to this pool area, you just swipe this little area, and it'll actually lock your balcony door, so that way you can. So
You're
you have
breaking up a little bit, Kelly.
access this way too.
There you are. I think you're back.
So I'm gonna go back.
All right. Well, while you're back in your stateroom, Kathy actually asked a very important question. Do they check in the adult areas to make sure that it stays only 21 and up in the Serenity areas?
No, it's probably just, I mean, because nobody has their driver's license on them, right? I mean, the whole point of being like a sign and sail, this is the only thing that you carry around the ship with you for everything. And so nobody's going to ever have their driver's license on to prove.
Show me that
card. I don't
card.
think there's anything on your sign and sail. Oh, the card. So this is a Carnival stateroom. It's called their sign and sail card.
Tell me about that. What level are you on?
I'm platinum right now. I'm about 30 days away from I'm about 30 days away from diamond. So it'll be kind of nice to start having a white. I had a white one the last cruise because it was my 25th milestone. And Carnival's really cool because on your 25th cruise, they actually give you 25% onboard credit of your stateroom, or not of your stateroom, just of you individually. On your 50th cruise, they give you 50% onboard credit of your cruise rate. And so 75 and then 100. And then I think they stop at 100, of course, because they're not going to pay you to cruise. But so it's kind of nice when you hit those milestones, and you get a really cool white looking sign and sail card on those milestones.
Very nice. Oh gosh.
Very nice.
Even though it's not diamond, I got to tell you, that's still something that I have to be jealous of. My card was the red one the last time I went. Yeah, so you still.
It's kind of nice. You get it. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Kelly. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, I think we got a little bit of a delay, so it's kind of hard for me to tell when you're talking. But you also get a little Havana sticker on the back of your sign and sail card, too. It's kind of like with the cheers, I guess. They give you little stickers. So you actually get a little Havana sticker on the back of your card. And you get a wristband, too. Here's our little Havana wristband.
Oh, wow. Very nice. So out of the nights that you're spending on this cruise, how many of them are actually formal nights?
You still have 2 formal nights and an 8 night, the same as you do on a 7-night cruise. One, of course, the first one is the more luxurious one that has the lobster, and then the second one I think just has the prime rib. But just 2 formal nights still on an 8 night.
So as a travel agent, we have a question coming in from Marianne, and she wants to know what cruises leave out of Tampa. Do you know?
Carnival leaves out of Tampa. I do know that for sure. And I don't know if Norwegian or Royal do. I think the reason why it's kind of a quiet port is because you have to go out underneath of the Sunshine Bridge, and ships have to be smaller to go there. Like they do the Spirit class out of there, like the Miracle ship, because they're low enough to go underneath of that bridge. And a lot of the newer, nicer ships are not. And so I had heard rumors about a year and a half ago that Tampa was actually going to build a port on the other side of the bridge, but I don't know if that ever went through or not, because they're still having to go underneath the Sunshine Bridge to go out of Tampa. And we went out of there once on the Legend years ago, and the whale tail barely cleared it. And it's a huge thing. Everybody goes out there and they record it. We only maybe broke the bridge by like maybe a foot was all that we cleared that bridge by. So it was pretty cool watching the whale tail almost barely glance on it. It was strange.
Tell me, how is the Wi-Fi on the ship overall? I know, like, I get a kind of a sense that it's been pretty decent the entire time we've been talking, except for a few hiccups here and there. But overall, what is how is the Wi-Fi?
The social packages work very well. This last time, it was kind of a business trip. I was here with a lot of the Carnival executives, but so I had to do a lot of work on my laptop, and I was struggling actually, but it's not as bad as the Glory or the Freedom and some of the other ships. So the Vista is actually one of the better ones for sure. And it's not as good as, and I hate saying this because I love Carnival so much in all ways, but Royal Caribbean's Wi-Fi is actually, their system seems to be a lot nicer. So I wish Carnival would pick that up because it kills me while I'm out here trying to work.
I've heard that about Royal Caribbean. I've heard that theirs have been that their Wi-Fi is actually pretty decent. So that's a big difference in their Wi-Fi, isn't it? Overall, it's a 1 point something gigabytes on the other ships on Royal.
Uh, Yeah, I think it's a huge difference. I worked one time on a royal ship. We did the Oasis of the Seas 2 years ago over Thanksgiving break, and I had to do I work a full-time job as well for Tyson Foods, and so I had to work one day, and yeah, it was great working. And on these, I kind of struggle a little bit on the Carnival ships.
For so for the Wi-Fi, like how about what's the cost of that for someone who's maybe not on a business trip?
The social Wi-Fi is only $5 a day, and I think the most that they'll charge you is 35 for the whole cruise. So whether you're on I think a 7 night or 8 night, or well, I don't know, they may charge a little bit more for the 14 nights, but on an 8 night, the highest that the social was 35, and then I did the full blown package, and I think it was $83 today. I guess I should have paid attention, but I think it was $80 for the full package for the 8 nights. And then you get email with that, and I know I don't pay attention. You have to do what you do, right? I can't disconnect anymore. I used to be able to disconnect, but I have to keep up with my clients now. So, but it's nice because you have your email that way, and you can do FaceTime and video chats and other things with the higher internet package. Hi, guys. Hi.
One question that came in that I meant to ask you: if you spent much time in the pool, this is one I'm curious about as well. Are they freshwater or saltwater pools that they have on the ship?
Well, I usually keep my mouth shut, so I don't know from experience, but I believe I always hear everybody say that they're actually just a salt.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit, Kelly.
Now,
Kelly,
let
did
me
we lose you?
walk over here and go down to the.
Oh, you're back.
No, can you see me?
I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to walk down to
we
the
got
Red
video.
Frog Pub. All right. All right, we're going to go down to the Red Frog Pub now and see how busy the Red Frog Pub is.
They have those on some of the other
Okay.
Carnival
Any
ships
other
as well, if
questions?
I remember.
Yeah, they're really nice. You can get appetizers there, drinks there. Oh, somebody's got an injury on their head.
Uh-oh. That's not good. See, that's why you
Yeah,
get
and
cruise
they,
insurance, travel insurance.
yeah, right there. I just helped you plug.
Oh, it
All
helps.
right, we're almost to the Red Frog Pub. And here's a really nice addition to this ship is the photos. You can view your photos on the app, and you can buy them on the app. You can walk up here and you can tap any of these the screen, and you can put in your folio number, and you can view your photos here, and you can order your photos here, and you can order them digitally, and you can just download them on your phone directly from the app. You can also do it from your TV too on this ship, which is really nice. And here's the rock. Oh, and here actually this ship has its first brewery at sea. And here's the brewery. It's actually not going.
They have a brewery at
wait.
sea. Oh my gosh, I'm impressed.
Yep.
Kelly, I think you
Here's
just
the
sold me
brewery.
on the
Can you-
Vista.
Can you still see okay?
We
There's a
have good
brewery.
visual, yes.
It's actually, yep, there's a brewery. And this is a really cool area. This is the Red Frog. Here's the bar area. And there's games back here. They've got tabletop shuffleboard, I believe is what it's called. There's
Very
some
nice.
people enjoying and they got these stations where you can actually pour your own beer too. So can you guys see that okay?
Oh, I think I'm in love.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. You can just sit here. You don't even have to get up. You don't have to wait for service. You just take care of yourself and sit around the table. Here's the shuffleboard.
So, as I understand it, on another episode of Cruise Week, we're going to be talking to the head brewmaster at Carnival. So, in a future episode, we're going to be learning more about the breweries that we have on the ship. How's the food on the Vista compared to some of the other ships?
Tonight dinner was excellent. They had this new thing that I've never seen before. It was a cold Vietnamese wrap, and it was a clear wrap, and it had shrimp in it and a little bit of cilantro, and it was excellent. And actually, the flat iron steak tonight seemed to be a lot better quality than the other ship's flat iron steak. The last time we were on here, we were able to eat in the steakhouse twice. Oh, and there's Gigi's, which is an Asian restaurant on this one, which there is a charge for that one. This ship also has the bonsai, the sushi, and there's an upcharge for that one. There's the Italian place as well. But this one actually has a new, it's the same, it's Guy's Theories, or however you say his name. I'm chopping his name right now. But there's outside on sea days, there's a really nice barbecue, and there's pork, chicken, and beef, and it's pretty good.
Kelly, how are the crowds on the Vista? It doesn't appear to be too crowded. Is it fairly sparse or?
Well, right now it is. Around the Guy's Burger Shack during lunch hours, it can get pretty long to be in line. But actually, it's not too bad. The ship's got a lot of elbow space.
Very nice.
As you can see, I'm walking around.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of open space to move around, which is nice. Oh.
Yep. And here's the bonsai area. Here's the bonsai restaurant.
Are there a lot of people at dinner at the moment?
And then no, actually, there's not. And here's the Alchemy Bar. This is a very popular bar. But I mean, yeah, the bonsai. I mean, look at all the empty tables right now. You definitely would not be waiting for a table.
Wow. I kind of want one of those tables right now. You're making me jealous.
We just finished eating, and I think I'm going to sit down and have a sushi. And then here's the casino. Can you guys look down? There's part of the casino.
What? That's part of the casino.
That is the casino, and it's nice. They split the casino out. They've got the casino on deck 4.
That so almost looks nice enough to be the atrium.
Yes, this is there's 2 atriums kind of on this ship, and I'll walk over to the other atrium right now. But it's really nice because the casino's down on deck 4 on this ship, and so it's not on the promenade, deck 5, so you don't have to walk through the casino to go through the other areas. And there's a really nice glass. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a really nice glass enclosure, so there's no smoke smell up in this area at all. It's awesome. And then here's the library, and then we'll go down to the other atrium area. And then here's the piano bar. We've got our meet and greet there tomorrow before our cabin crawl. And then here's the main atrium, but it's extreme. It looks a lot like the other one, but this is where all the fun shops are located. And there's another LED screen on this one.
Earlier, Rich asked. He was asking about the Havana area. He said it looked so nice that he was scared he wasn't going to want to leave the Havana area. But I think from what I'm seeing now, it looks like the rest of the ship looks just as beautiful. And that's the Grand Atrium.
Yes, this is the Grand Atrium area. One thing you'll notice, though, the glass elevators are gone. So you'll notice you don't have that wow factor, really, when you walk in that you used to have, because the atrium used to be open all the way up to the Lido deck, remember? And then you had the 3 large glass elevators. Those are gone. And it took us about 20 minutes to realize that when we were first on the ship. But yeah, she's a beautiful ship. She's absolutely gorgeous. You're right.
So Patty wants to know if the breakfast omelet line is a pretty long line. Would you say there's a lot of people up for breakfast wanting to get omelets, or is it kind of fairly short?
It just depends upon. Oh, thank you. It just depends on what time you go. That's if you're an early riser, it doesn't seem to be very bad at all. But if you get up, with the mass, then it would be. But a lot of people don't realize that by the Blue Iguana, they can actually make eggs and things there in that area, and some omelets in the Blue Iguana area.
Be fair with me, Kelly. What is it that you consider to be early? Because early for me is not the same as early for you, I'm sure.
Okay, so my definition of early is about 7:30 or 8, because I usually wake up around 7:30 and I'll walk the track for about an hour and a half every morning. So if you eat around 7:30 or 8, the lines probably aren't going to be too bad. But after 8:30, it might start getting a little more crowded.
Okay, see, because early for me is about 11 a.m., 1 p.m., I don't know, somewhere around there. That's my
well,
early.
Then you're not going to get omelets. You're not getting omelets at that point.
I like tacos better anyway.
The Blue Iguanas. I love the Blue Iguana. I don't know. I'd pick a Guy's Burger over the Blue Iguana, though. But the Blue Iguana is great.
Kelly, now explain for the smoking situation in the casino. We wanted to know, is it strictly no smoking, or is it vented well?
Oh no, there is definitely smoking in the casino area. It seems like they've got the ship vented more or better. And it's the cherry on top. I just walked in the cherry on top. It's kind of cool. Hi, you're live on Cruise Week TV. Um, Hi. But actually, they've got it's like a cold stone slab where you get to order your ice cream and then you can get your toppings in. There's Isabel. Isabel, where are you from? See, and that's the coolest thing too, getting to meet everybody from all parts of the world. So if you want a sugar fix,
Sugar fixes seems like a small term. It seems like it's not the right term to describe it. From watching this video, I think I got a small case of diabetes.
exactly.
But it's definitely got me craving some sugar. Oh.
So I'm going to walk back towards the Havana bar.
So Kelly, now what about if we wanted to eat in a special restaurant? Kathy wanted to know what would it cost to eat in one of the special
Am I
restaurants
coming through
there?
okay?
You seem to be, yes. Yes, you seem to be
The
coming in pretty
steakhouse
clear.
is, okay. Okay. The steakhouse has a cover charge of $35, and it is well worth it. We ate in there twice 2 weeks ago, and we don't normally do the upcharge restaurants very often, but it was a really nice treat. And actually, I'm going to go over here to the Bonsai, and you can actually look at the Bonsai menu and the prices right here. So the appetizers run between $2 and $4, which is really nice. The California roll and the spicy tuna roll, they're $5. The
This
bang
is a good
bang and
sneak
the
peek
tempura roll is
for those of
$7.
you that are going on the ship later in the year.
Yeah, exactly. So I
You
mean,
might
these
want to
are
make some
very
mental
reasonable
notes.
prices.
They
Exactly.
seem to be very
These are
reasonable.
very, very reasonable, and you can actually order it. You say, "Hi, you're live on Cruise Week TV," um, and then you can also order the bonsai in your room service too for the same price. And so you can order sushi to be delivered to your stateroom. And I think it said it was between 5:30 p.m. and midnight. So that's pretty nice.
So Jay's asking if the main theater on the ship is small. And while we're talking about the theater, how is the entertainment on the ship?
The theater, it does seem like it is quite a bit smaller than the Dream class ships. It's kind of strange because there's no tables down there anymore. And so if you're sitting there and you do have a drink in your hand, you kind of have to hold the drink. There's no tables kind of in between anymore. And we only went to one show 2 weeks ago, and so I'm not really in a position to judge the entertainment. But the show that we went to was okay. But I'll say this, it takes a lot to impress me and keep me in the theater. I'm on these cruises just mostly for the destination ports to do scuba diving and snorkeling. So I don't really pay much attention to the entertainment. We hardly do any of it anymore. We used to when we were newbies, but anymore I'd rather just sit in the balcony and enjoy some quiet time in a hot tub.
Patty also asked a very important food-related question, one that I'd be curious to know as well. Is there 24-hour pizza on the ship?
There is 24-hour pizza on this ship, and there is 24-hour ice cream as well. Oh, and then also another addition to this one is the Seafood Shack. And they've got lobster, crab legs, and shrimp at market price. And it is very good. We're going to go up there tomorrow. We're going to do that. Love the T-shirts. Who's the birthday? Happy birthday. Yeah, so we're going to go do the Seafood Shack tomorrow, but the lobster rolls are supposed to be awesome. So we're going to try that for the first time tomorrow.
So the Seafood Shack. Now, when you mentioned the Seafood Shack, you didn't mean that as a 24-hour restaurant, just to clarify, did you?
No, the Seafood Shack has hours, and it's an upcharge. Well, I forgot to mention the Seafood Shack when we were talking about the upcharged restaurants, because there is an upcharge for that one.
Well, that's okay. That's good to know because a lot of people I know, myself included, like seafood. So that's good to know. So tell us about some of the how does Carnival? Do you do other cruise lines besides Carnival anymore? And if so, how does it compare? Kathy wants to know.
We have not sailed on Disney yet. Our granddaughters are 4 and 2, and as soon as they're allowed to start cruising, we will definitely be checking out Disney. But we'll probably only be checking out Disney once because as a travel agent, I book all cruise lines, and Disney has a higher price tag. But you know, everybody says that it's worth it. And so a lot of people will just do them once just to experience it. And I've got people who actually book Disney once a year. And so it just depends upon, you know, how you can pull it off. But, and then we've sailed on Royal Caribbean 5 times, and we've sailed on Norwegian twice. We are actually, you know, hopefully there's no Norwegian fans I'm going to upset right now, but we are actually not Norwegian fans. We do like Royal Caribbean ships a lot and their entertainment, but I actually prefer Carnival. I'm a Carnival girl at heart. I'm exactly where I'm at right now. I'm at home right now.
Kelly, when you were in the area where the pictures were, it was a little off, but it almost looked like it could be touchscreen. In fact, Rich asked if that was touchscreen to view your photos, or if it was like something else.
Well, I don't know if this one's touchscreen. I don't think it is, but these over here, they are touchscreen. And so when you walk up here, it actually even tells you tap to see your photos, and you can put in your folio. And I don't know if we've taken any pictures actually, but I will try. So you can put in your folio number. Oops. 4335. And birthday. Don't look how old I am. Oh, actually, I'm not putting a year in, so you guys won't know I'm 47 almost. See, we haven't taken any photos, but I don't know if somebody who's around me who has taken photos would actually let us look. Here's a couple. Let's go see if they're willing to let. Hey guys, I'm live on Cruise Week TV. Do you care if we watch you to view your photos so everybody can see how they did it? No problem. Awesome, thank you. But it's loading your pictures. And then here are their pictures. It's pretty cool.
Pretty
Wow.
easy, though.
It is extremely easy. And you can do the same thing on the TV, and you can pull up a photo. If you tap a photo, it'll enlarge it.
Okay.
And then you can actually mark them as your favorites later. I'll undo this so that way.
No,
But you can,
I actually like it.
All right, we're going to leave this one then. So we're going to leave that one as a favorites and then close. And then it saves your place too. And when you log back in, you can see your favorites later. And so when you have, if you're extremely photogenic, you just keep scrolling and it'll just show you. I mean, by the time we're done with this 8-night cruise, okay, they took 4 poses when they were getting on the ship. So they're going to be scrolling about 10 times, I imagine. But yeah, so and then you can buy your photos and you can get them on the hub directly in digital only, or you can actually have them print them off, and they'll have them printed off up here the very next day for you. So this is a huge improvement, and it also is face recognition too. When you log into the Carnival hub, you can actually take your photo in the app, and then if you don't give them your stateroom number when you're taking your card, it'll actually when you log in here, it'll actually know it's you by the what did I just say? Photo recognition. Thank you. Face recognition. You're welcome. Sorry. Have a good night, guys.
Kelly, I can honestly say I've been across 3 cruise lines, and on all the cruise lines I've been on, I've not seen anything like that on any of them. On any of the Carnival ships I've been on, even that's pretty high tech, I think.
Yes, it is. Yeah, when the Dream first came out, we always sail on the ships when they're brand new. When the Dream first came out, they kind of started this. They took our picture, and it was the face recognition, and we could kind of sort and look at our pictures, but then it went away. And so I don't know if they just had a glitch in the system or what, but no, they have pulled through one for everybody on these photos. And I mean, and they are great quality photos too. So, I mean, look at these Skyride pictures, I mean, that's a pretty cool photo.
Alex wants to know now because even though they are high quality photos, are they worth the price? How much are they?
I believe so. It is 20. Hold on, I'm gonna get some prices for you. Actually, here are the prices. So premium digital image download to the mobile device is $14.99. An 8x10 or a 5x7 plus 4 wallets, or a 2 5x7s is $19.99. I mean, so I definitely think it is. I mean, it's great quality. So yes, my answer would be definitely yes. And it's nice too on this one because, as I say, you don't feel bad either on this one. Hi, we're live on TV. Oh, we are. So yeah, so you don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel bad because they used to print off. Well, the other ships still do it on the fleet, but when you're looking at your photos and you're going, well, it looks good, and you don't want to waste it, and you don't want to throw it away. So chances are you probably bought them, or you just tossed them away and you felt bad. So there's absolutely zero waste on this, and so I love that.
So Bob wants to know, are the photographers pretty pushy on the ship, or are they not so pushy?
No, not at all. They're not pushy at all. And actually, like they don't even walk around. Like you can see okay, so the couple that we're just, looking at their photos through, I mean, they haven't been approached by one person to push selling anything on at all. It's not like a car dealership where somebody's hounding you. I mean, they've been over here by themselves the entire time, just viewing their photos.
Wow.
So yeah, no pushy sales people at all, and people are buying, which I think is nice. So there's somebody else looking at the photos here.
All right, Kelly, we're gonna take one more question, and then we're gonna wrap up our interview. So
Okay.
one final question comes in from Patty. She wants to know if they sell any kind of cute frames for the pictures on the ship.
Yes, they do actually, and we used to buy the wooden ones for every ship. But there are some cute photo frames over here. Like that bench is kind of cool. It's $8.95. That's pretty reasonable.
That is cool.
And here's a little portal, $19.95. And actually, this one says Carnival Vista inaugural season on it, which is really nice. $8.95. I mean, these are really good prices.
All right, I really, honestly, I like both the beach chair and I like the porthole one, and those seem to be pretty reasonable prices for those if they're sturdy enough.
Yeah, no, it's good quality.
All right, Kelly.
Oh, look at this one. This one's, I didn't even see this one. It's got a little like clothespin kind of a thing, where you can just clothespin your photo on it. That's really cool. $8.95. There you go.
All right. Well, Kelly, we won't keep you any
guys...
longer. We want you to get back to the ship and go explore and have some more fun, so you can come back with a lot of great memories. But
awesome.
Before we go, how would people get in touch with you if they wanted to use you maybe as a travel agent?
Yes, I've got a website that's www, of course, brewertravel.com, and it's BREWER travel.com. And then I've got a Facebook group that's Brewer Travel - Kelly Brewer. And there's one for Sarah McCarter. She's one of my associates. Tim Hudgens actually has a Facebook group. He's an associate. And Nick. I've got 3 associates under my franchise right now.
All right.
And we were actually... we were #1 in Carnival sales for all of cruise planners in 2015. And actually for 2016, I'm extremely happy to say we were #1 in Carnival sales for all of cruise planners. And there's over 1,500 agencies. And we were #1. So that's pretty, I'm actually pretty proud of that. We take care of our clients and make sure everybody wants to keep using us.
Excellent. Well, Kelly, I want to thank you so much for your time, and hope you have a great time on the rest of your cruise. All right. That being said, we're going to cut now to our Show Us Your Face segment. This week, the Show Us Your Face photo comes in from Tom Sinclair. Sorry, excuse me. He's pictured here with his family getting a meal at the dock before they board the ship. You can see those pre-cruise smiles on their faces. And if you'd like to be on our Show Us Your Face segment, you can send in your photo to photos@cruiseweek.tv. Now, next week's guest is going to be Kathy from RC Periscopers. She's going to be live with Rick and Ken on the Majesty of the Seas, showing us that ship and the fun that they're going to be having. Also, we've got 2 cruises coming up this year. The Kelly Brewer Cruise Life Cargo Spring Break cruise on March 29th, when we will be live from the Carnival Triumph, and the group with Shally and her Carnival Vista on the Carnival Vista on October 27th. We look forward to exploring both of those ships and doing our show on board. To support us, you can go to the support page at cruiseweek.com/support and mention our special Inner Circle group that will get you a donation that a donation can get you into. Also, please subscribe to us on YouTube. It really helps when we talk to advertisers that see how the show is going. Speaking of support, we also want to thank vMix for providing our live production software. If you want to produce a nice professional looking show, you can't do it without vMix. Matt is going to be back next week, and I will be back the week after. And be sure to like and share the show. That's how we grow, and we really appreciate it. Until then, safe travels!